Sure, please.
Don't worry. Andy,
Yeah.
tell me, what do you think has been the biggest problem for you adjusting to life in Dublin?
For me,
For you?
I think the first problem with me is my English. You know, somebody who live in this country must be know their English skill is can be used in the daily life or not. Sometimes for example, I go to the supermarket. When somebody can use the English very well, they can tell people to say what's the problem with them. Do you want to buy something, or do they want to find something or not? If sometimes you cannot to understand or like you cannot to use the real word to describe what's the problem with you, that's be very very nice. That's the first one. Second one is, you know, actually last month I broke up with my girlfriend, so I'm single now. I have to study my daily life to live in this country by myself, cooking, shopping, cleaning, everything. The daily life is for not for adults. It's not for from children to the old man. Every time it's always be need to these skills is very important. That's it.
So you're learning to be more independent?
Yes, of course. Every time I must be learn all of this stuff all the time. From for example, from get up to fall asleep whole day is very important to everything. Yeah.
Okay, so how have you changed as a person, apart from the fact you've become more independent? Have you noticed any other changes in yourself?
Myself?
Yeah, how you changed as a person during your time here?
I think just for me, you know, I'm a cook. Yeah, you know that. Sometimes my father and my grandfather told me, if you live in a country or a city by yourself, you must be know that what you should do, what you need. I think for me now is, you know, sometimes I just need to earn a lot of money to. Actually, I don't need my parents' money anymore. I don't want to need them. I just want to study my self skills, whatever. Today I'm working the TGI Friday restaurants. In that restaurant I learn a lot of jobs about what's the food. You know, in my country I work in Chinese restaurants. It's not include Western food or technology or anything. So this is my most important. Now I live in apartments. My roommate her friends is working in a Four Seasons hotel in there, and she told me that she will give me a job in the Four Seasons hotel. But in front of them, I must be learn deeply skills for all the Western food. That's very important for me now.
And who taught you to cook?
Who? Myself. You know, this job is not my parents or give me the choice. It's actually I interested in. In my 6-year-old, my father told me, and I can salt the eggs. You know, I can salt the eggs. That's when my father cook in the kitchen, I just waiting for the door, waiting outside door, and just stay there and look my father how he cook that. You know, sometimes you know, in my country the dumplings is very most important food in China. So I think maybe 10 or 11 years of me, I start to learn how to make the dumplings, how to make the flour or anything, how to make that. Actually, in the 2004, I start to learn the real Chinese food in the vocation school. My master told me, if you want to learn this job, to know this job very well, to cook this job very well, you must be interested in it. And I told him, actually, I am very, very interested in. Okay. When I graduated from the vocation school, my score is the #1 in the whole school. So I'm
Okay.
very, very nice. Yeah.
So,
you know.
in 10 years' time, do you see yourself owning your own restaurant? Do you see yourself working for a famous hotel or a famous restaurant?
Yeah.
Or do you see yourself back in China
Mm.
running a restaurant?
Like I'm trying to learn. Actually, just for food, every time should be a new style or new words. Sometimes you can make some beef or chicken, whatever. In the first day, you can make some beef like salted or fresh it. In another day, it's a beef. This dinner changed. Use another style to cook it ready. But in the first day, you know what I mean. Actually, now in Spanish restaurants, they have one style cooking, like to use the different Paris pictures. Like I don't know how to call that. I can't remember that, but they used another food to make the real food. For example, like salmon. The first time they cooked salmon like bake it or what, just the first day. And sometimes Spanish restaurants think, how can I use the cabbage or vegetables or fruit to change this food to make like salmon, the tasty like salmon. That is very interesting. I want to learn them at famous hotel restaurant every day. Yes, it's very important for me.
Okay, what would you say is your signature dish?
Sorry?
Your signature dish. If you're trying to impress people, you're going to cook one meal, what do you cook?
Actually, every night when I work in the restaurant, the whole kitchen staff always like me, Andy, can you cook some food for me? Because they have chef meal. I always ask them, what kind of food you got today? In the restaurant we often cook chicken and beef. We cannot cook anything. Just chicken and beef is very difficult for me. So just chicken and beef or just several style to cook it at. But I always ask him, yes, you can give me whatever you want. What's the taste you want? Maybe sometimes like a sweet or chili or whatever you can give me. I think I can cook some style. Yesterday I cooked like the chicken breast, to cut of them and fry them first of all and put some sweet, put some sugar, chili and vinegar and soy sauce together and make some sauce to salt it together. They liked it very much. They have known that I'm the best cooker in the restaurants now. Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Andy, that's that. Finished.
Really?
Really.
Perfect.